Hey there folks, welcome back to DudeDevs, and today we are continuing our HTML and CSS tutorial series. So before jumping into the coding part, let's download and install whatever we need to continue our HTML and CSS journey. Now, first we have to begin with a code editor. There are a lot of code editors out there. Some of them are VS Code, Sublime, and Atom. All of them are free, and I will be using VS Code for this tutorial. So this is how the VS Code website looks like. Here is the button to download for your operating system. If you want to download for a different operating system, you just click this button here. There is Mac OS, there's Windows 64-bit, and there is the Linux version. So just click on this button to download VS Code and wait for it to happen. And once you click it, you will be redirected to the documentations page. You can give it a read or you can just skip it. Once VS Code installs, just click on the exe files and run it. It's just a click next installer and just go next. I have it installed, so I will not install it again. Exit setup. Now wherever you want to code, you go into that directory. I have gone into my PC, then documents, and there's a directory I made named tutorials. Right click and you will find an option named open with code. Just click it, and this is a pop-up that will appear. Just trust and get on with it. So now this is how VS Code looks. You will be greeted with a getting started page. You can just close it if you want. It's not necessary to be kept open. There are a lot of things to be looked at. Number one, there are these tabs on top which have file, edit, selection, view, go, run, terminal, and help. These are useful buttons which we will be delving into a bit more later on. This is the Explorer tab. This particular, wait, let me just increase. Yes, this is the Explorer tab, and any file you create will be shown here on this Explorer tab. This is the search button. You can search for keywords in your files. This is source control. Now, after you learn Git and GitHub and initialize this particular folder, the tutorials folder, this particular folder as a Git repository, then afterwards any changes you make in your file system will be tracked here. This is the run and debug, and this is extensions. Now, what are extensions? VS Code allows you to add debuggers, tools, different languages to support your development workflow. Now I want to talk about two extensions I need you to install. Just make sure you have a stable internet connection and search for live server. Once it appears, give it a click and install it. Just make sure you are installing the same live server as I am right here. What is live server? As it is written here, launch development local server with live reload feature for static and dynamic web pages. What it does is, as you write your HTML code and fire up the live server, it creates a development server and serves up your HTML code. The fun thing about live server is, as you make changes to your code and save it, live server will automatically implement the changes in the browser. You won't need to reload the browser by yourself. Now, another extension I want to talk about is Prettier. Search for it, and yes, this one, Prettier Code Formatter. What it does is, it formats your code, or you could say that it beautifies your code and makes it appear a bit cleaner than it was originally. Now install it just as usual. Now, one thing about Prettier is it won't function unless you do some changes. What I want you to do is, see this button right here titled Manage, click it and go to Settings. Here I want you to search Code Formatter. No, not code formatter. I need you to search just formatter. And yes, where it's written editor default formatter, click it. And it's prettier here on its own for some matter, but if it's written null here, I just want you to change it to prettier. And now it saves automatically. And now what it will do is it will beautify your code as you save it, and it will do it automatically. So that was it for this tutorial, folks. Drop a like if you are excited for the tutorial and you are enjoying the content, and subscribe if you want to see more such videos, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, folks.